Well, hi everyone. I'm John Retland, and this is my review of AEW Dynamite from Kansas City, the go-home show for AEW Revolution, which I'm going to be watching. Absolutely excited for that. I'll have predictions up sometime after this review. And for a go-home show, pretty damn good. And was it as strong as last week's show in Atlanta? No. But that was the peak. Now, this one didn't slide too far down, honestly. This was really enjoyable, even with some of the stuff I did not like. I have enjoyed Dynamite a lot more over the past number of weeks. And actually, thinking about the grades, I've actually graded Dynamite pretty fairly, but there have been some episodes I haven't cared for. But, that's going to happen with any weekly episodic television series, especially when it comes to wrestling. Whether AEW, whether, WWE, NXT, whether any wrestling promotion that you watch. So let's just get right on into it with Pac versus Omega Iron Man match, 30-minute Iron Man match to open the show. They really want to hook you strong here, and they built this feud pretty damn well. It's been going on for a number of months, teased a whole bunch. Pac won this match, and Pac, whatever, you say tomato, I say tomato. The crowd was really, really hot. The Bucks were in Omega's corner, not Adam Hangman Page, as JR keeps saying. Really, really good stuff here. I'm not going to recount every single move, but they started out slow, worked some good stuff in. Beautiful tornado DDT on the floor, Flornado DDT, if you will. And again, well paced after that. Kept teasing possible countouts and stuff like that as Pac focused on the neck. Omega would keep coming back. Eventually, after some bad landings and some really good moves and everything, and I don't mean bad landings like botches, like holy shit, how did these guys not get hurt? Outside, Pac hits a chair, hits Omega in the head a few times, causes a DQ. So Omega goes up 1-0, but it's an old school, heel thing of having, the heel cause the face to go up 1-0, and then he can suddenly go up a couple falls. They did like Brock and Angle back on SmackDown in September 2003. But anyway, soon after, Black Arrow, and suddenly it's 1-1, it's even. And oh no, what the hell's going to go on here? There was this point where the doctor and referee were checking on Omega since he was all hurt, and Pac just causing, the referee to go down, just a big old gigantic like, schmoz. Everybody getting beat up. Pac's trying to get a count out. And oh wait, the referee's down. So he sets up a table and does, a shooting star. Holy fuck. That really looked goddamn painful. Just do any kind of flip. Whether he did the Black Arrow, whether he did a shooting star, whatever he could have done to try and take down Omega, that's what he did. And some pretty good stuff. Now, of course, the referee seeing the table broken doesn't think, I just came to. Maybe there was something that I should call for a DQ, but you can't call what you don't see. And then Omega does hit a few V-triggers. Soon after, Brutalizer, and Omega keeps trying to fight out of it. Omega keeps getting beat up. Oh no, he's going to tap out. He's going to tap out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, Omega does not tap out. And suddenly, Justin Roberts gets it in his ears from somebody that we need to go to OT. It's sudden death. And then referee Aubrey is here. Cool. Aubrey's not Aubrey's last appearance in the show, and it's always great to see her. And then soon after, even though Pac tried something, he got hit with the One Wing Angel for 3. Good match. Really, really good stuff. And then we have Shivani doing interviews, and he interviewed Pac. And he's saying, what are you doing right now, Tony? Are you taking the piss and all that? And it's just really, really funny. And suddenly, here comes Orange Cassidy. Pac beats the shit out of him, which is the best use of Orange Cassidy. Unfortunately, it would not be his last appearance. I also want to clarify something really, really quickly. I know there are people who like Orange Cassidy and who like other characters on here that I don't. You do? Great. Not going to tell you guys you shouldn't. Just don't tell me I shouldn't, because it may be reasonable, unreasonable, the amount of anger I feel towards characters like that. But there are certain things I don't like. And just like there are certain things you do like. Anyway, so yeah, he beats him up. That, again, best use of Orange Cassidy. And then Lexi Noir, or Nair. I forget how her name's like I said. She tries to get a word from Chris Jericho, but here's Jake Hager, fresh off of going to a Trump rally, and he doesn't say anything. And then we get Sammy Guevara, Santana, and Ortiz versus Jurassic Express. So it's a 5-man tag match and one little kid. No, I don't like Marco's stunt. And it was embarrassing to see him compete against Jimmy Havoc on last night's AEW Dark. There are people who like Marco. Cool. Why Marco was not pinned during the commercial break, I have no goddamn idea. The fact he got in any offense on these guys is ridiculous. He's not any good. I can't stand him at all. And really, without going too far into this, I don't like the guy, and it's not believable. And I'm sorry, it's not. Why not just throw a kid in there and have him do this stuff? It's fucking stupid. And it just essentially destroys the credibility of anybody that competes against him, in my personal opinion. at least temporarily. But at least Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus look pretty goddamn good. There was some good action here. And Darby comes down to save the day as Sammy had Ortiz's cock sock. No, the sock with the balls in it, that is. So it could be a cock sock. And Darby stops that because they're going to have a match at Revolution. And all of a sudden, Sammy gets, her Hurricanrana. Pin, 1, 2, 3, Jungle Boy pins Sammy. Okay, good stuff. Wouldn't be the last time Sammy and Darby had a bit of a tangle. This is good stuff. MJF and Cody package. Cool. Good way to hype up all their history from being friends to what happened at the last pay-per-view and everything, which the name honestly just goes, again, Full Gear. I don't know why that just blanked out of my head, but it was some pretty good stuff. And then the lashings, all that, and then Cody doing that insane moonsault off the steel cage was really, really good. And then the best friends with Orange Cassidy, he had just said it wasn't going to be his last appearance, versus the Butcher and the Blade with the Bunny. At least we didn't have the Japanese deathmatch legend Luther, so we had, Excalibur do a whole bunch of, words. I like Excalibur as a commentator, I do want to make that clear, but sometimes we need more explanation just, that's these guys, because quite a few people, I try to know enough about people that are in smaller companies. I'd never heard of Luther. But anyway, that's enough of that. Good action, except they had Orange Cassidy and Allie do another spot. And instead of Allie becoming the hero again by kicking him in the groin, they teased that. She took off his sunglasses and did that. He took off her bunny ears and did that. Why? Just to what end? To what fucking end was this happening? Why? It wasn't entertaining to me. He's not entertaining. I don't care how good he is in the ring. But anyway, they do that. He dives on one of the guys, and eventually Storm Zero 1, 2, 3, or Strong Zero 1, 2, 3. Storm Zero would have actually been more interesting if they had managed to hit that. So then afterwards, Tony Schiavone's doing an interview with the best friends, and apparently we are getting Pac versus Orange Cassidy at Revolution. If Pac does not win in 5 minutes or less, then it's disappointing. They say, he's actually going to try. Good. Could he try to get the fuck off of my television screen? Because he certainly doesn't belong on it. Yes, it may be unreasonable, and maybe I'm saying this, and maybe I'm pissing some people off, but again, I'm just stating my opinions. I don't find him entertaining. And, watch this match. Look, he may actually be good in the ring, but they had multiple chances to get me invested in this character, and they haven't. I'm less invested than I ever was. But hey, Pac's getting a pay-per-view match, so cool. And then we have the Genie Girl, Yuka Sakazaki versus Big Swole versus Hikaru Shida versus Shanna. Referee Aubrey there. It's a fun women's match. Pseudo, I think it was Pseudo #1 contender. I mean, they didn't really say that, but it was kind of implied like whoever would win this could possibly face off against either Chris Statlander or Nyla Rose after AEW Revolution, because they're going to have a women's championship match there. And some good stuff, some good action. I like Yuka because she's featured in the mid-card and everything. You have the little Japanese girls, the Joshi girls. And Shida looks much more like a star. Yuka does have some presence, but her being in the mid-card, being in matches like this is fine. She actually had some good showing, some good, flashes of good moves here. These women work pretty well together. Sure, were there times where maybe some of the women were just kind of staying around a little bit? Okay, yeah. But that happens in every Fatal 4-Way. They had a good flow of this match, no pun intended there, and it worked pretty well. And Shida would end up hitting a huge knee strike on Swole 1, 2, 3. Swole will obviously be figured in at some point, but Shida being the one to face Nyla Rose and lose, because as much as I love Shida, Nyla should not lose that title yet, and she's beating Statlander, is what I'm guessing. And maybe they have a woman up here. Who knows? I'll have my Revolution predictions up later. It's a good women's match. And then we have a Dark Order vignette. They mentioned the word obsolete. I don't fucking care who the Exalted One is. The dead gimmick is fucking stupid. So, nothing will save it. Nothing will save this group. My opinion. So, we get the Bucks and Omega and Paige in an interview segment with JR, and I do not have a goddamn clue what Paige was wearing as a shirt, but it was ridiculous. It was loud. I don't know. Maybe he picked it out while he was drunk. I don't really know fashion very well, since I usually just wear graphic t-shirts, but that was a weird shirt. They tease the whole thing of what's going to happen at the pay-per-view, because these two teams are facing off for the tag team championships. Recounting the history, all that. Pretty good stuff. Also use JR on more of these, maybe less on commentary. Lance Archer has signed with AEW. Tremendous. Can't wait to see what the Murder Hawk Monster does. He had a great run in New Japan, especially recently when he was in the G1, won the U.S. Championship when Jon Moxley had to relinquish it. I was kind of wondering if he was done in New Japan. He'd wrestled there for a number of years. He wanted to move back stateside, perfectly fine, and maybe he's got a deal where he can work some New Japan dates. I'm happy. I'm happy about this. Then we have the weigh-in. The ring girls looked almost lifelike. Seriously, real dolls have more personality. I mean, and that's needlessly mean. They were probably just told to just stand there and clap and look pretty. But this kind of worked for boxing and UFC. You probably don't need to have this. But official weigh-in for Jon Moxley versus Chris Jericho. Gary Michael Capetta, the world's most dangerous announcer. He is back. Cool. Great to see him there. And here's Jon Moxley. Now I'm not going to try to do the thing. Then Chris Jericho. The inner circle, are all lined up with each other. Human centipede together. I'm amazed it took me only a little bit to get that joke in. And get the official weigh-in. Jericho at one point tells the fans to shut your ass. I don't know how you would do that. Maybe he goes back to the human centipede thing. So he says Mahomes sucks because they're in Kansas City. Then they have a big clash at the end. Headbutt to Chris Jericho. He bleeds. And then we get them brawling and everything because all the inner circle's there. Dustin comes down, attacks Hager, they go off. And then Darby comes down and tries to attack Sammy. And he almost succeeds, except Sammy blasts him with a great knee and then hits him over the head with that skateboard. That was pretty goddamn brutal. And then as Dustin and Hager are fighting among all the food stuff, JR says, stay away from the dipping dots, for the love of God. No, not the dipping dots. I don't know why. I mean, JR's commentary at times annoys me, but that was pretty funny. And then that was it. That was pretty much it. We were at the end of that, and that was the end. It was a go-home show for AEW Revolution, AEW Dynamite from Kansas City, B+. I actually enjoyed this one quite a bit. Would have gone A-. It was a little too much silly stuff with me, but I will say B+. Again, not as strong as the Atlanta show. But that's my opinion. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.